Welcome to the Willesden Primary School Governors Awards 2020.
Laugh me a laugh, grin me a grin, and then I know that we can win. Dance me a dance, joke me a joke, and blow the clouds away. You gotta play me a tune, or sing me a song, and we can help push life along. Just you and me, come on and see, together we'll be okay. Open the door, open your heart, and then we've got somewhere to start. Just turn around, look what we found. Today's a brand new day. You gotta run with me now, I'll show you how. The world is waiting, take a bow. Show them it's you, what you can do. Together we two can win. A rock on Tommy, dance to a tune that this guitar sings. A rock on Tommy, just get up and spread your wings. Spread your wings, follow me through into the sun, and we can smile at everyone. You gotta join in with me, then we are free. It isn't hard to do. I said life is a song, so just sing along, and then we know we can't go wrong. Just you and me, come on and sing. Together we'll be okay. Together we'll be okay. Together we'll be okay.
Good evening everybody, and welcome to the Willesden Primary School Governors Awards. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to governors, staff, parents and children from myself, Mrs Davison, the Executive Head. It's been a bit of a strange half a year really when you think about it. We haven't seen lots of the children for quite a number of weeks. But that doesn't mean to say we don't want to recognise the hard work that they've been putting in and the development of their skills since September last year. So I'd like you to be able to sit back, relax and enjoy the categories. The teachers are going to nominate the children. They've had a really difficult choice this year, as always, and it's always hard to choose just one child. But they've made those choices, so without further ado, sit back, relax, and have a really pleasant evening. Thank you.
Firstly, I'd like to welcome everyone to this very special Governors Awards evening, and to thank the staff at Willesden for making sure this special annual event could still go ahead, despite the lockdown and the difficult times we are living in. This is my third year as Chair of Governors, and although juggling the busy demands of my work life and my kids isn't easy, I feel very privileged to be in this role. For any of you who don't know me, my youngest daughter is still here at Willesden in Year 5, and my other daughter and son both attended Willesden Primary, but are now in Years 7 and 9 at Bingley Grammar. I don't think I've ever been prouder of how much Willesden has achieved in a school year. The Remembrance Day Parade was a very special day, as always, and just before lockdown I enjoyed attending the French breakfast with my daughter. But what I'm most proud of is how Willesden has stepped up to the recent challenges during lockdown. The way they have stayed open to accommodate key worker children, then grown capacity to aid all working parents, and grown even further to now reintroduce a number of year groups has been amazing. The support has always been there for those children staying at home. Work has continued to be set week after week, and this has kept our children engaged, learning and achieving. And despite everything, staff have still found the time to produce the wonderful We Miss You and VE Day videos, and sent Star of the Week certificates each week to let the kids know that their work isn't going unnoticed. None of us know when the world will return to some kind of normality, but I know that everyone at Focus Trust and Willesden Primary are working tirelessly to get everything ready so that hopefully all our children can return to school in September in some kind of capacity. So my utmost thanks go to the leadership team, the teachers, all the support staff, my fellow governors and to you, the parents, as we all work together to give our children a safe, fun and nurturing place to return to in September, where they can continue to learn and grow. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to our children. This has been a hard time for us all, but particularly for children. And I am so proud of how well they have all coped in this most unusual of times. And I look forward to seeing their happy, smiling faces back in school in September. And on that note, you've heard enough from me. Let's hear about some of our outstanding children and what they have achieved this year, despite the difficult circumstances. Thank you.
An award this year is for Elise. Dear Elise, where shall we start? I know. Let me talk a little bit about you. You're kind, you're caring, you're helpful, you're polite, and most importantly, you're a very good friend to have. You might be sat there thinking, is that it? Is that why you've chosen me? Well, not exactly. Now, let's rewind back to September when you first joined us. You were quite shy and very nervous. I remember you asking me all the time, when is it time to go home? Is it time to go home yet? Even though it was only 11 o'clock. For the first half term, it was a big struggle getting you to play with any of the boys and girls. I used to ask you if you'd left your voice at home. You thought this was funny. I decided to intervene in the first week of October. I remember sitting with Elise and we drew a picture of ourselves. I asked you, Elise, if you were okay. You nodded and quickly looked down, as though you were trying to hide your true feelings. I asked who you liked playing with. There was a long silence. I then started to mention some names of the boys and girls in our class, hoping it would help you to tell me who your friends were. It was at this moment when you looked up and told me you had no friends. I grouped you with some boys and girls to help you make friends. At first, this was very successful. However, as soon as I turned my back, I could see you wandering around the classroom all alone. For show and tell, Elise had brought in her candy lock. I chose Elise to talk about her favourite doll. Elise looked up and went bright red. You shook your head and looked so scared. I asked if you wanted to listen to the other boys and girls. You nodded and looked so relieved. This is what Elise did for the first 9 weeks. She observed how the other boys and girls communicated with each other. At this moment, I realised Elise was afraid. Elise was scared that no one would understand what she was saying. There was a turning point to all this, and that turning point was during phonics. I could smell something beautiful. Elise, I went past you and I could smell this perfume. I asked if you had perfume on. You nodded. I told you smelled nice. You said thank you. I then told you to tell your mummy she had nice perfume, and then I turned around to go back to my chair. It was at this moment you piped up and said, "It's not mummy's, it's Ellie's." I asked you who Ellie was. Ellie's my big sister. The whole class started to laugh at you. I remember you looking around the class and looking so amazed. You couldn't believe that they understood what you said. This was a key moment for things changing for you. I told you to tell your sister she had nice perfume. You went bright red. You looked down, you looked around, and then looked back at me. Miss Hussain, Ellie doesn't know. I sneak into her room when she goes to school and I spray myself. The whole class found this funny too. They all had lots of questions for you. Without realising, you answered all the questions and overcame your fear. Now moving on to December, it was Elise's turn to share a Marvellous Me bag. You had been looking forward to this all week. However, when it came to your turn, you got scared. I wanted to tackle this and help you to overcome your own fear. Elise, you were reminded of the 3 golden rules. Think what you're going to say, take your time, and don't click. This is exactly what you did, and you were able to talk about your photo album and tell everybody your favourite Disney characters. Elise, what I'm really impressed with is you listened to what I said and it helped you with your speech. You have persevered and never given up, and now you answer questions during inputs and always chatting to your friends. This has been a fantastic journey to be part of, and I am so happy to see Elise overcome her fear and become a confident speaker. Elise is that confident that when it comes to writing, she will create so many scenarios and tell me so many stories on why she cannot write. Just like a speech, Elise has made fantastic progress with her writing, reading and maths. This is due to her not giving up when things got hard. Elise, I know you will do well in year 1 and your new teacher will be as grateful as I have been. I hope you're really proud of this really special award. Well done, you are a superstar.
My Governor's Award this year goes to Natalia. Natalia, I have waited a very long time to present you with this very special award. I feel extremely lucky having had the pleasure to see you grow and succeed over the last academic year, and it has been an absolute delight to be your reception teacher. You always show such enthusiasm to all aspects of learning, and you always put 100% effort into everything. Throughout the school day, you always ask to be challenged further and constantly bring heaps of work to show me that you are proud of. Even when things get challenging, you never give up, you just keep going. I really admire the resilience and drive you show. You really are a superstar. You really are by far the kindest person I have ever met. You are such a caring, well-mannered and thoughtful little girl who is always so positive. You see the good in everything. You have such a considerate nature for such a young person. You are such a good advocate for children with additional needs. I love to hear the stories you share of the happy times you spend with your brother. You show such empathy and understanding and are such a wonderful friend to have. You are an absolute credit to your family. I am so immensely proud of you and your exceptional achievements this year, Natalia. I wish you all the very best in year 1 and I will really miss you. Well done, from Miss Baker.
Hi Edie, I've been very excited to present you with this very special award. I've really enjoyed being your teacher in year 1 and I feel so lucky to have had the pleasure of watching your confidence grow and your personality shine more each day. Your attitude to learning really amazes me. You put 100% into everything that you do and you're enthusiastic about all aspects of school. You've got a brilliant can-do attitude that brings a really positive atmosphere to the class, and even when you find things challenging, you don't give up and you help your friends as well. You're a fantastic role model to your peers. You are a brilliant listener and are so considerate of other people's views and opinions, both inside and outside of the classroom. You've shown so much kindness and compassion throughout this year, and you really are wise beyond your years. I know that your patience and generosity and drive will take you far, and I'm so excited to see the path that you choose to follow. I'll really miss having you in my class, and I wish you the best of luck going into year 2, even though I know you don't need it. Well done.
I've chosen Kirill as my star of the year because he has an excellent attitude to learning. He tries his best and challenges himself every day. In all lessons he excels himself, speaking and listening well, reading and writing at a high level. Kirill has become a confident, independent boy, ready for year 2. I'm extremely proud of Kirill's progress in all areas of the curriculum. He said he might become a footballer, and I said he would make a brilliant footballer because he's a team player and always helps the other children in the class, encourage them to try their best. Kirill is friendly and caring towards all the children in his class and school and will help anyone. During the day he has a smile for his friends and nothing phases him with any challenges he's faced with. He's highly motivated and shows empathy for others. As Kirill moves to year 2, I know he will continue to try his best in everything he does. It has been a privilege to teach him. I know he's always going to be the best he can be. I wish you all the best for the future, Kirill. Keep challenging yourself. You are a star.
Emmy, I am so happy and proud to present you with this special award. Let me begin by saying how much of a superstar you are. Your bubbly, cheerful personality has been an absolute delight to have in our classroom. You are so kind, so caring and thoughtful. From looking after our class toys to always checking that others are okay. You are always more than willing to help other people, and you always offered to carry out jobs for me in the classroom, even if it was finding the missing lid for my green pen. Every morning you would come into school with a smile, a story to tell me, and a ready-to-learn attitude. I have really enjoyed listening to all your stories, which have made me laugh so many times. At the start of the year, you would sometimes doubt yourself and not be sure about giving an answer in case it was wrong. But as the year has gone by, I have seen your confidence grow and grow. You stopped doubting and being afraid of making a mistake and started to believe in yourself. You put your hand up more and more and weren't afraid to get something wrong because you knew that you were learning. I first saw this in maths when we were looking at tens and ones and solving problems. You found it difficult at first, but then you kept trying and were so proud of yourself when you did it. You listened to my feedback and constantly looked for ways to improve. One of the things I admire is that even if you found something hard, you never gave up. You showed resilience and kept going. It could have been easy to say, I can't do it, and to give up immediately, but you didn't. You persevered and overcame the challenge in front of you. This was not just on one occasion, this was all the time. I also remember how hard you tried to improve your handwriting and that special moment when you recognised just how much it had changed. You were so pleased with yourself and I loved seeing that big smile appear on your face. You put so much care into each piece of writing you did and always made sure that it was the best it could be. You were especially proud of your report all about penguins and all the amazing facts that you had discovered, and not forgetting that poem that you tried so hard to make rhyme. This is the attitude you apply to everything you do. And this is what makes you such an excellent role model. Your confidence and self-belief has gone from strength to strength. I am so proud of you, just as you should be too, of all your hard work and everything that you have achieved this year. I will really miss you next year, and I know that you will continue to work hard. You really deserve this, and I want you to remember how amazing you are and to always believe in yourself. Well done.
For Elders Star of the Year this year, I have chosen Eva Furbisher. I don't really know where to start, as I could go on and on talking about her. Eva is such a kind, thoughtful and hard-working young girl who I've loved spending every minute with this year. She's a polite and well-mannered individual who is a great friend to everyone in Elder class. Every morning she would carry her bubbly little self into the classroom with a big smile on her face, ready to face the day. I have chosen Eva because she always puts 100% effort into all she does and makes sure she completes everything to the best of her standard. Even if it takes longer than everyone else, she will always make sure it is perfect. Eva often would sit and take her time with something she found hard and often didn't believe she could do it. However, as the year has gone on, she has built amazing perseverance and resilience to keep going, and she tries different strategies that help her overcome challenges independently. This has helped Eva make fantastic progress in all areas, as she has shown determination and willingness to excel her own learning. Eva has also been my very personal artist, as her art skills are exceptional and I love the drawings she creates. Another reason Eva is my Star of the Year is because I am so impressed with how she has developed her writing. When I read her work, I can see her personality just shine through and can imagine her expressions as I'm reading it. She has worked so hard on her handwriting and you can see the total difference since the start of year 2. It is beautiful. Both the quantity and quality Eva now produces in her writing is excellent, from her having not much motivation to write much at the start of the year to now where I can't stop her. Her extended pieces are so creative and detailed that I always look forward to reading them all. Even throughout lockdown, she has even shown me her enthusiasm and great writing skills. I can always rely on Eva to make me laugh. She is such a character with a great sense of humour. The jokes and comics that Eva comes out with just brighten my day and I laugh till it hurts, genuinely. Eva puts a cheeky smirk on her face that she knows will make me smile or laugh straight away. Everyone in the class, including me, loves to be around Eva because of her cheeky and bubbly personality that she injects onto us. Every day I look forward to having a laugh with her. It has been an actual pleasure meeting and teaching you this year, Eva. I am very lucky. I will definitely miss having you in my class, but I wish you all luck in the world for next year, and I hope to see you very soon.
Congratulations, Isla. I've chosen you as my Star of the Year. It's definitely been a strange year for the children in your class. You've had 3 different teachers to work with, and the year has ended with school closure because of coronavirus. Despite all of this, there's been one thing that's always been constant, and that's your wonderful positive attitude. You never complain and you never let things get the better of you. You're always smiling, you always manage to see the positives, even when things can get tough. That's something that I've noticed really early on when I started teaching in your class. You didn't grab my attention because you were the loudest or because you were always the first to finish your work. You grabbed my attention because every morning you'd come into school with a smile on your face, and no matter what the work was, you'd simply get on with it with a quiet determination. It's not important to always find the work easy, it's not important that you always get everything correct. What's important is that no matter how challenging or tricky something is, and no matter how many times you get it wrong, you don't give up and you keep on trying. And that's something that you always do. You always keep going, and you've always got a positive, determined attitude to your schoolwork. And not only do you have this fantastic attitude to your work, but you're also a lovely, caring person. I've never once had another pupil come up to me and say, "Miss, I fell out with Isla," or "Miss, Isla's been mean to me." You're a good friend, and I know that you try hard not to upset other people. And I know that when you do have a disagreement with one of your friends, you're always quick to make up, and you always want to make sure that everyone's happy and getting along. And the adults in school have noticed this friendliness as well. You're always so polite, you're respectful to the teachers in school, and all the adults know that they can trust you with important tasks and that you can be relied upon. I know that you can sometimes lack confidence in yourself, and I know that it can be really easy to compare yourself to others and to worry if perhaps you don't find something as easy or you don't get to grips with it as quickly. But I want you to know, Isla, that you can achieve anything as long as you continue to work hard and never give up. I hope that next year you keep coming into school with that big smile on your face, and I look forward to hearing about all of the wonderful things that you do. Once again, Isla, congratulations, you really deserve this award.
Congratulations, Lexi. This year I'm awarding you with Star of the Year. Throughout your time in Year 3, you've been so super duper, pushing yourself to try things that you thought were impossible. You found reading the most challenging subject this year, but you've never given up. You've kept going, you've always found a way to overcome the challenge and be successful. I've also been blown away with your mathematical ability. You remind me of my favourite film character, Matilda, how you can quickly work things out in your head, something that should be quite difficult. It's amazing to see how well you can understand maths and why an answer is what it is. It's been phenomenal to watch how well you work in maths. Well done. It's also been a pleasure to watch all your performances with the sequence, the spins and the finger snaps. Your confidence is phenomenal, and you've been a great help to other children in the class as well. Throughout all your challenges and your successes, you've had a huge smile on your face. This year you have made me laugh a lot. You have a wonderful sense of humour, and you've cheered the whole class up on many occasions. You have matured a lot over the year and shown you are a great friend. I'm very, very proud of you, Lexi, and I hope you continue to be as motivated and as passionate about school throughout as you are now. Well done, you truly deserve this award, and please continue through school with all the sass and the smiles that you have now. Well done.
Willesden Primary School Holly Class Award goes to Grace Malarkey. Grace, you are a very intelligent, kind and well-mannered member of Holly Class, and we can always rely on you to do your very best in all areas of the curriculum. You are helpful and caring and always work really well with others in the classroom during group activities, as well as when you help your classmates as a critical friend. You are a real role model to others.
You always strive to do even better with your work each and every lesson. We know that you've been working really hard on your use of models and images to help you demonstrate your understanding in maths. It is always so clear and well presented, and we've used your work many times as a good example on the working wall.
Grace, you are such a hard worker and have shown so much confidence over the year. The same can be said for you out of school, and we love to hear about how your gymnastics has been going. You have such a smile on your face when you talk about it, and it is lovely to hear about your successes. We can't wait to come and see you perform in the theatre later in the year, as we know you will be absolutely fantastic.
We've thoroughly enjoyed teaching you this year, Grace, and we are really going to miss you next year. We could not be prouder to present this award to you because you really do deserve it. Well done for such a fantastic year. From Mrs. Chadwick
and Mrs. Crawshaw.
I'm absolutely delighted to be able to award the Willow Star of the Year to Aisha. It's so thoroughly deserved, Aisha. You've worked so hard all year. You're polite and you're helpful, and you always show the Willesden way. You're a kind, patient and caring friend. You always have a smile on your face. You've impressed me every single day with your positive attitude towards school and learning. You put 100% into any single lesson that we do, and you're always willing to push yourself and go the extra mile. I've thoroughly enjoyed challenging you in maths this year, and you've shown amazing resilience when you've tackled some really challenging problems. You've worked really hard to make sure that you're showing you're working out in a variety of different ways, and because of this, your explanations are so strong and thorough. You've worked really hard and you've really impressed me. Your writing has also come on amazingly well this year, and it's because you always listen and respond to feedback. It's an amazing quality to have. You're always wanting to improve your work and make it even better. You were an amazing digital leader, and you were an absolute role model to all the children that were there on the course. I really hope that you continue with your role next year, and I'm sure that in no time at all you'll be teaching the teachers just like you did with me. I know that your quiet confidence and your exceptional work ethic will take you really far wherever you choose to go in life, Aisha, and I'm so very proud of you. Well done.
This year, the award for Popper Class goes to Layla Robinson. As I'm sure has been mentioned by other members of staff, there are always many reasons why somebody can be chosen for this type of award. Firstly, she never complained for the first 4 weeks when I kept saying her name wrong. This was in itself an indication of her own strength of character, which has continued to grow throughout this year. She has faced every new challenge with strength and humility, taking on extra responsibilities such as the treasurer of the JLT. Alongside all of this, her academic skills have continued to grow, and she has flourished particularly in maths. She is an example to her year group and a fantastic person to know, who deserves every success. Well done, Layla.
This year I have chosen Hope Mansell to be my Star of the Year, and this is why. Hope has to be one of the most polite and well-mannered individuals I have had the privilege to meet. She is sensitive and caring and a good friend to everybody in Rowan class. I've chosen Hope for this award because she has given 100% to everything that she has put her hand to this year, even if it was tricky or out of her comfort zone. When Hope arrived in Rowan class, she was so quiet that I didn't even know she was there, except when she answered the register, which she did in a booming voice. She seemed awkward and would almost panic if I approached her. As the year progressed, I realised that Hope was not shy, but a very deep thinker. When working in groups, Hope showed great talent at keeping everyone on task and often took the lead in order to get the job done. She's clear about how she wants her work to look and is extremely focused and determined in getting it just right. At the end of year 4, Hope wanted to improve her maths, and because of her great perseverance and resilience, she has overcome tricky problems and been able to explain her reasoning, completing challenging tasks in order to reach her goal. Hope has made me smile every day with her laid-back approach to life, especially when collecting all her things together at the end of the day. We thought we might need to leave school open for an extra half an hour. She has attempted everything this year with an open mind. Hope is a quiet, gentle soul with a big voice, and that, paired with her hard work and determination, will ensure that she achieves everything she wants and she will be heard. I am so lucky because I've been able to spend a whole year with an amazing individual who has a love for learning and never gives up. Good luck for next year, Hope, and I hope to see you very soon.
I am presenting Hawthorne Star of the Year to Lily Taylor on behalf of Mrs. Wright. Dear Lily, I am so proud to be awarding you my Star of the Year. This year you have worked extremely hard in all areas of the curriculum and have achieved great success because of this. At the start of the year, it would be fair to say you lacked an interest in reading. However, at the end of autumn term, you were eager for me to order new books for our classroom and you couldn't wait for them to arrive, asking me every day if they had been delivered and when they would be on the class bookshelf. This spark and enthusiasm has had a huge impact on your writing in class. Your writing is becoming much more exciting due to the impressive range of vocabulary you have been using. I know you found some situations difficult this year, particularly with friendships. During these times you have shown a mature attitude and used this to diffuse arguments with others. This maturity is something which you have been able to develop in your schoolwork. I know you have continued to produce a work to a high standard even during this tricky time. This shows how dedicated you are to your learning, and I know this will be a fantastic start to your secondary school. Being in Year 6 can sometimes be challenging, and I know you haven't always found learning easy. I'm sure that at times it can be easy to give up, but you have continued to show great perseverance in all subjects, particularly maths. I've thoroughly enjoyed watching your confidence grow and a great sense of achievement when you have finally found the answer to a complex reasoning problem. Thank you for being such a kind and wonderful member of my class this year. You have been amazing. Keep up the hard work and I know you'll continue to be a superstar. From Mrs. Wright. I am absolutely delighted to be able to award Sycamore's Star of the Year to you, Ava Barker. You have worked incredibly hard this year, both in and out of the classroom, and you should be really proud of everything you have achieved. I have chosen you for this award because of the determination, resilience and perseverance that you have shown this year. At the start of the year you lacked confidence in yourself, particularly in maths, but you have never given up. You always try your best and even ask for extra work to help yourself improve, and you settle for nothing but the best. No matter how difficult a task is, you always persevere. You apply these high expectations to every area of the curriculum, which has enabled you to make progress across the board. The area that you have impressed me the most with, though, has been your ability to tackle self-confidence and emotions. It's been really difficult for you at points this year, but you have been able to approach situations with a real maturity and a can-do attitude. The amount of willpower you have shown this year is a perfect example of how not to give up. You have continued this attitude during this time of uncertainty and have blown me away with your attitude to home learning, even when you've been coming into school. This just goes to show how much dedication you have for constantly wanting to improve. Ava, you have an amazing personality and you make me smile every day. I am so proud of you and I know you will continue to be amazing at secondary school. I will really miss you and wish you all the best. From Miss Jones.
This year I'm really honoured to be presenting the Head of School Award, even more so because of who I'm presenting it to. Every single member of staff in school has been able to nominate a child who they think deserves this award, and then I've gone through and selected the children that I think deserve to win the most. I'm really proud to say who they are.
I can guarantee that the first person will be watching this now and will not have a clue that I'm about to say their name. But first, let me tell you why I chose them. The person is always cheerful in school, is so kind to other children and staff, and always has a smile for anyone. They sometimes find things hard in school, but you wouldn't know it, as they continue to keep the head down and get on with the work, and they overcome any barrier that they are facing. They are determined. He regularly demonstrates all the values of the Willesden Way. He is responsible, resilient, and he's a good friend. He trusts people, takes true responsibility for himself and his own learning. I asked random members of staff about him, and I got told, he's ace, he's always happy, and he's a true always child. He really deserves this award. His class teachers say, he tries hard in everything that he does, even when he finds it difficult. He's been working really hard to improve his handwriting, punctuation and language choices in his writing. He is a kind and caring friend. Whilst he has been away from school, he's been working really hard on Purple Mash and delivering buns to his neighbours and painting pictures for them, and he's even dressed up for Clap the Carers each week. He's a really lovely boy and sets a great example to the other children in the class. If you haven't guessed it already, although I'm sure you probably have, you were excellent as Snuffles in the pantomime. Charlie Warden, you honestly and absolutely deserve this award. I'm so proud to be giving it to you, and I'm only sorry that it isn't in person. Well done. Second Head of School award goes to Rosie Thomas. What can we say about you? I asked members of staff and each gave me one word. Delightful, happy, lovely. You are a true treasure of Willesden Primary School. You've been amazing as our head girl this year, leading Friday's assemblies and setting an example for every other child in school. In fact, Rosie, you do more than set an example. You are an inspiration to those around you. You're always happy, always try your hardest at what you do, and you succeed in everything you put your mind to. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you as a member of Willesden Primary School. I only wish that you could have been here all the way through from reception. For this speech, I started listing the values of the Willesden Way. I stopped because I was just rewriting the Willesden Way. You truly reflect the whole thing, so much so that I've just attached a photo to this card so you can have a copy of it. I asked Miss Jones what she would say. She said, Rosie is an incredible role model to everyone around and has been an excellent head girl. One of the reasons for this is that she displays all of the Willesden Way values without even having to try. She has strong friendships with her peers and is friendly to everyone she meets. She can be trusted with any responsibility and often volunteers to help count house points to complete jobs during a break and lunch times. She takes great pride in everything she does and sets high expectations for herself, and she encourages those around her to do the same. Her optimism and resilience mean that she is able to complete most things she puts her mind to, and also a reason why people enjoy working with her. It's been an absolute pleasure to have such a kind and caring girl representing our school. Rosie, it is my honour to present you with this award. Don't change. Continue being you and show secondary school exactly who you are. Congratulations and well done.
Yusuf, I have selected you this year for the Sports Award because of your determination and enthusiasm. When I first approached you to invite you to participate in a competition, you were reluctant and nervous. When we arrived, you completely changed your attitude and you became excited to try something new. It was amazing to watch your confidence blossom as you began to enjoy the things you were trying. I am really proud of you for agreeing to come and try things out. You were fantastic at New Age curling, and seeing the smile on your face when you had finished competing was lovely. I hope as you move into secondary school you continue to explore sports and push yourself to try new things because you were so fantastic. Well done, you should be very proud of yourself. I'm very proud of you and I wish you the best of luck moving into secondary school. Well done. Ridda, you have been selected this year for the Sports Award. I myself have noticed that you have a keen passion and skill for football. Every time I'm outside I can see you getting stuck in with the football and with the games that are being played. You follow the rules, you play fairly and you have a real talent. This has also been noticed by your teachers. They have passed on that in all lessons you are a superstar. You always join in team games with enthusiasm, you aren't afraid to get stuck in and tackle, you are confident and really enjoy playing sports. You have great ball control and you keep practicing to develop them. It is lovely to watch you joining in and playing so happily, and your teachers think it would be great for you to keep it up. It is really obvious that you have a love for sport and particularly football. I hope you continue to develop your passion and your skills, and I hope to one day see you on the TV. Well done, you deserve it. Good job.
Daniel Hart, it is my absolute pleasure to be able to present you with this year's Music Award. There is really no one that deserves it more than you. Your passion and love of music and theatre is contagious, and I will really miss your constant singing when you are at secondary school in September. You have been an invaluable member of our Monday night choir and not only try to improve your own singing, but go out of your way to encourage those around you. You are a budding musician and performer, and you will go really far. It is such a shame that we didn't get to perform at the Focus Trust Music Festival this year, as I know you would have done an incredible job presenting it. Miss Baker and I will really miss you in our choir, as it will not be the same without your incredible enthusiasm and positivity. Never give up singing and keep on smiling. Well done, Daniel.
This year, the Science Award goes to Harry Hinkles. Harry showed a real interest in the under-the-sea topic in the spring term. He was very keen to express his views on plastic pollution and would often share his ideas on how to protect our planet. He was eager to try experiments in the classroom and was always up for a challenge. Harry would always come back to school on a Wednesday and share his experiences of science club with the rest of reception class, and loved explaining the things he had learned. For someone so young, Harry is very mature and passionate about science and making a difference to our environment. Well done, Harry.
I am so pleased to be awarding Imogen for her art skills this year, because even when she was in year 2, I could see the talent she had for being creative. The first time I remember noticing her skills were during the summer of year 2, where she recreated Van Gogh's sunflower painting, and she did it beautifully. She practiced the skills she needed and blended the colours to create such a realistic interpretation of the sunflowers. Imogen, when you entered Key Stage 2, you continued to work on your art skills, and you have really impressed Mrs Heppenstall. You were so accurate and detailed when imitating Paul Calley's work, and have not only built on your technical skills in shading, but you have now been able to use that skill to add depth and mood to your artwork. This is such an impressive skill to have at such a young age. You also have a great eye for detail, and you captured some amazing landscape scenes during your visit to Ogden Water. Sketching a landscape is a particularly tricky task, and you managed to do it beautifully and even added your own style to your work. I remember looking through some Key Stage 2 paintings a couple of years ago to see the self-portraits that had been done, and I could clearly tell which was yours without looking at the name, because it looks just like you. So from imitating artists to landscape sketching to self-portraits, your work has continued to be incredibly impressive. You clearly have a love for art, as you not only work hard to produce pieces of work in school, but you also produce more artwork at home and bring it in to show your teachers. You always evaluate your own work, and despite being so amazing, you always want to push yourself further to improve. I really hope you take this passion with you as you move through your education, Imogen, and I wouldn't be surprised to see your name up in an art gallery or as a published illustrator one day. The world is your oyster, Imogen. Congratulations on all of your hard work, and keep being creative.
The Perseverance Award goes to someone who doesn't just work hard every day, they work extremely hard. It's fair to say that they have struggled a bit in school over the years, but this year, with a bit of support, they've really put their head down and overcome so many difficulties and barriers to their learning that they've really made progress. Haven't said the name yet, but this person must know it because I can see it in the way they are in school. They are more confident, have a go at everything, and don't try to hide when somebody's asking a question. They are happier. It is you, May Thorpe. Fun, friendly, charismatic, nice to be around. That's what members of staff have said about you. May, you really do deserve this award. You have persevered and never given up, and now you're beginning to get the rewards of this. Mr. Pearce told me, May has shown a fantastic attitude when given new things to try, shows great perseverance in all subjects and particularly in maths where she's had to repeat things and not got bored of it, and she's seen how this has helped her confidence grow. She has become a more integral part of a year group and is having more fun. Perseverance has brought her confidence. May, you are the clear winner of this award and the child who came straight to mind for me. You truly deserve it. Well done, May, and thank you.
I am honoured to present Maisie with the English Award this year because it is so clear to see what a natural, imaginative writer she is. Miss Fortune noticed it throughout the time Maisie has been in Year 2, and I noticed her talent when I read her 500-word challenge story. Not only are you a great writer, Maisie, but you also have a love for reading. All the reading you do makes your writing even better, when you use such imaginative vocabulary. You use your imagination so creatively in your writing, which makes it so interesting to read. I was gripped when I was reading all about Amelia and her secret powers in the story that you submitted. As well as being creative and imaginative, you also produce pieces of writing that capture your understanding of all the grammar you've been taught so far. Grammar can be very tricky, but you use it really well in your work, as well as when you're reading, and you make sure that the expression is clear. You clearly have a love for reading and writing, because even when we haven't been in school, you have been impressing Miss Fortune with all of the writing you've been doing at home. The work you uploaded of you learning all about adverbs shows just how dedicated you are to your learning and improving your English. Well done, Maisie. You really deserve this award, and I can't wait to one day see some of your work published and look back at how far you have come. Congratulations, keep reading and keep writing.
The Willesden Primary School Maths Award 2020 goes to Miles Dixon. Miles is such a keen and strong mathematician. He has a love of maths and always wants to do extra outside of lessons. He has shown a real determination in maths this year. He has developed his resilience, and if he gets something wrong, he doesn't give up, which has been a huge improvement. He now looks for ways to find the answer and takes time to understand where he went wrong and why. His verbal reasoning and explanations are excellent, as he uses his vocabulary well and sets a good example for other children.
Miles has made a fantastic impression on staff with his ability to notice patterns and make links between different numbers, calculations and mathematical concepts, explaining these clearly. This is one of his greatest strengths, and it helped him when solving problems and investigations. We are so proud to give this award to Miles this year and cannot wait to see what he achieves in the future. Well done, Miles. Keep up your amazing work. From Mrs. Crawshaw
and Mrs. Chadwick
and Miss Terry.
So it's me again. We've come to the part of the ceremony where we're going to talk about your Parent Choice Award. Thank you for all your nominations, for taking part. We've had lots and lots of positive feedback about the staff, which we're really grateful for. The particular person who has achieved the award tonight, I just want to share some of the feedback. I'll try and keep it neutral and keep you guessing up until the end. My child has thrived in her class and she always has a smile on her face. We've had lots of positive feedback during these difficult times, and she's always approachable at school and has dealt with our concerns. My child adores her and wants to impress her, which is reassuring to us as we're confident that our child is happy in the school setting. She's always chirpy and happy to see the children. She has a great rapport with pupils and parents and always willing to go the extra mile. She's always excellent at supporting our daughter, and if there were any concerns, she would raise them and discuss them with us. She's been really good at answering any questions we've had during the COVID-19 period. She's brought our daughter on in leaps and bounds. She's a lovely, kind teacher. My daughter has become so confident and outgoing and talks about this teacher a lot at home. She's helped us with lots of information, and we wouldn't be halfway there without her help. She's kind and caring to her parents and children. I've found her easy to communicate any problems with. She's very positive during this difficult time, and I'd like to say thank you. She's been fantastic with my child since he joined. She's taken time to find out his likes and dislikes, which is really reassuring for us. It gives us peace of mind and confidence that he has been in good hands. She goes above and beyond to make sure that children are challenged and working to the best of their ability. She's very warm and friendly and approachable. She's very polite and ready to listen to any concerns. She's always smiling and cheerful and has helped our daughter in so many ways. I'd like to say thank you with this award. She's been a great teacher. Having come to the school at the last possible minute from out of the area, our daughter has settled and made lots of amazing progress. Well done. So this is the part where really it would be great for me to hand over the award to the teacher in person. But I'd just like to announce with great pleasure that the award goes to Miss Hussain. Well done, Miss Hussain. A big virtual clap from everybody. Thank you.
Hi Year 6. Well, I can't believe the time has come for you to leave Willesden Primary School. Unfortunately, I've not seen as much of you as I would have liked over the last few months with coronavirus, but I hope that you have kept happy and healthy and managed to continue with your learning that school have been setting for you, and taking advantage of the lots of other opportunities that you'll have been able to have with your family during this time. It's been over 3 years now since Willesden Primary School joined Focus Trust, and you'll have been in Year 3 when that happened, and I hope that in those last 3 years you've become more aware of our values of care, dare, fair and share, and that they are something that you will remember and take with you as you go on your next journey to high school. I wish you all the very best. You're at an exciting time, although it will be a slightly anxious time because you don't exactly know what high school's going to be like, but everybody else at high school and the staff will all be feeling the same. So please believe in yourself, make the most of every single opportunity that comes your way, and I hope you will be very, very happy indeed. Please remember your time at Willesden, remember the staff, take the memories with you and enjoy yourselves. Bye.
I just wanted to finish by congratulating all our worthy winners and thanking all the staff for their time and effort in putting this video together. Please take care everyone and stay safe. Good night.
Hello there again. So this brings us really to the close of the awards tonight. Finally, I'd just like to say thank you all for being part of the awards, and extend a big thank you to all the governors for their support and challenge throughout this year, to the staff for their hard work and remaining so positive in what has been a really difficult year, to the children for just being their wonderful selves, and to all the parents and carers for their great support too. And one last thank you for Mr. Chadwick, who stepped up into the role of head of school at a very challenging time. Well done, Andrew. I'm really looking forward to September when we can deliver things a little bit more normally. Until then, I hope you have a really great summer. Congratulations to all of those of you who have received an award tonight. And thank you again for being part of this ceremony and being with us tonight. Okay, it's goodbye for now from me, and thank you again.
Laugh me a laugh, grin me a grin, and then I know that we can win. Dance me a dance, joke me a joke, and blow the clouds away. You gotta play me a tune, or sing me a song, and we can help push life along. Just you and me, come on and see, together we'll be okay. Open the door, open your heart, and then we've got somewhere to start. Just turn around, look what we found. Today's a brand new day. You gotta run with me now, I'll show you how. The world is waiting, take a bow. Show them it's you, what you can do. Together we two can win. A rock on Tommy, dance to a tune that this guitar sings. A rock on Tommy, just get up and spread your wings. Spread your wings, follow me through into the sun, and we can smile at everyone. You gotta join in with me, then we are free. It isn't hard to do. I said life is a song, so just sing along, and then we know